Hello all my beautiful little unicorns and welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time that you're on my channel, please allow for me to introduce myself to you. My name's Vanessa Somuayina and you guys know me as your big sis from the internet as well as your favorite psychic here on YouTube. And in today's Pick a Card Tarot reading, we are going to be discussing precisely what's coming towards your love life during the month of April. And you guys don't panic, of course your monthly horoscopes in which each and every zodiac sign receives its very own reading is going to be uploaded within just a couple days of this love prediction. So this is how you can receive your psychic reading about your love life during the month of April. I have prepared these 4 groups that I will introduce you to in just a moment's time, and then I would like for you to intuitively pick a group that resonates with you. So that means you will be following your intuition and your gut feeling and selecting whichever group that you naturally feel drawn towards, and that will result in you receiving an accurate love prediction for the month of April. So let's get into it, you guys. These are the 4 groups. Group number 1 corresponds to the Sacred Feminine Oracle deck as well as the Amethyst Crystal. Group number 2 corresponds to the Tarot of Curious Creatures deck as well as the Citrine Crystal. Group number 3 corresponds to the Shamanic Medicine Oracle cards as well as the Jade Crystal. And group number 4 corresponds to the Wandering Star Tarot as well as the Tiger's Eye Crystal. But the timestamps to all 4 of these groups can be found below in the description box as well as pinned to the top of the comment section for quick and easy access from your mobile devices, your laptops, your tablets. So once you've selected the group of your choice, all you've got to do is click your timestamp and you'll be fast forwarded to the relevant part of this video. So I will now provide you with a little moment of privacy to select one of these 4 groups. If you absolutely cannot make up your mind, don't worry, don't stress. You can also tune into 2 groups because sometimes your personal reading is a mixture between 2 or more groups. So feel free to tune into multiple groups if you feel drawn to multiple piles and absolutely cannot make up your mind. So I'll give you this little moment of privacy and then I'll be right back to guide you into your readings. All right, my gorgeous souls. I hope that by now you've been able to select one of these 4 groups. So I will be getting into your reading starting off with group number 1, which corresponds to the Sacred Feminine Oracle, as well as the Amethyst Crystal. So if this is the group that you chose, then just simply continue watching. And to all of my other beautiful groups, I will catch you at the click of your timestamp. Hello, group number 1, and welcome to your reading. You chose the Sacred Feminine Oracle deck as well as the Amethyst Crystal to help guide you when it comes to your love life during the month of April. So this is the beautiful amethyst, which you may be familiar with as it is a pretty popular crystal, and it is one that is said to bring out your psychic abilities and also protect you in a very psychic manner. So kind of foreseeing where there are issues or where there are situationship potentials and where you actually have someone on hand that is marriage potential, that is long-term partner potential. That's what I see here coming out for you crystal clearly during the month of April. So we've got clarity and your intuition being on point right off the bat. Here with an untamable, I want you to know, group number 1, you will be dealing with someone who is untamable. So someone who cannot make up their mind as to what they want, someone who is a little wild, who you will never be able to 100% trust romantically speaking. Now, this can just be someone that you're getting to know. This can be an old friend, an acquaintance, an ex that's trying to come back, and you already know they have this untamable nature to them. And group number 1, I do see that you intuitively know that this means trouble. You're the type of person who likes stability in a romantic relationship, and someone who is untamable is probably going to make your nervous system feel a little out of whack, honestly. And I see here with an independent that you are a very independent person and you take pride in that. So sometimes when you have to deal with someone who is untamable, which is not necessarily a great thing for romantic relationships, it can almost feel as though You don't want to tame them. You don't want to tell them what to do because after all, you're independent and you quote unquote don't need them. But at the same time, it's like, at what cost are you allowing them to be untamable? If it costs you your peace, then that is not something that you should continue to invest in. And remind yourself, you can be independent and still have standards for a partner. You can be independent and allow someone freedom in a relationship and still expect a minimum amount of tamedness from them, so to say, a minimum amount of communication about where they're going at night, what they're doing, who they're hanging out with, all of these types of things. I see here with an aligned that really your love life in April is a thing you're looking at as needing to be aligned. You don't want to deal with untamable animals anymore. You don't want to deal with untamable beasts. You want alignment. You want someone who stimulates you also on an intellectual level because you find that really hot and really attractive. Group number one, and you've had your phase of dealing with people who are not sure, who are untamable, who are all over the place. And for you, romantically speaking, you want alignment so that you can keep that feeling of independence in a very, very confident manner moving forward here for the month of April. In untamable, another thing that I'm getting here is your wild side coming out, and independently of letting other people know. Maybe getting back in touch with like an ex, group number one, with someone that you know is bad news and is kind of trouble, if you will. And I do see like here with the dragon also in untamable that you have a wild side to you romantically and sensually speaking too. And you don't want to be with someone who's boring, who's just like vanilla all the time. Here with the Knight of Wands, I do want you to understand that we've got fire sign energy. The Suit of Wands corresponds to the element of fire. This is about like passion, taking action, taking the lead. And while you may sometimes seem like shy on the outside, group number one, like, oh, you in a romantic setting, you can be pretty fiery. You can come out of your shell and all of a sudden have people think like, oh, okay, this is not someone who is as tame or as kind of shy and docile as they looked like at first on the outside. This person has a little bit more bite to them. So next up here within the King of Cups, we have a water sign that's coming into your life romantically during the month of April. The King of Cups, that is Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy. Those are the water signs. And the King of Cups shows someone who is older, someone who is well thought out, someone who also has their emotions in check. This is not the type of person that is like unhinged, that is full of drama. They know what they want. So this is like a great contrast to some of the untamable people that you've dealt with before and some of the situations in which you felt like the entire health and existence of the relationship was just put on your shoulders. Meanwhile, whoever you were seeing just got to kind of be wild, do whatever they wanted because they knew that you would fix it in the end. They knew that you were the one to keep the relationship together and keep things going. But you're not taking on that responsibility any longer, group number one, and I'm proud of you for not being the one taking on that sole responsibility because it's not meant to solely be yours. And here in the Two of Swords, I can see that you're definitely kind of gaining the confidence and independence to say to another person, if you want me to do all of the emotional labor, you have got the wrong one, sir. You have got the wrong one, my dear, because I am not here to be the only one who is working hard. I'm not here to be the only one who is keeping a relationship alive or afloat. And I love that in your energy, group number one. This is definitely a shift from trying to people please and trying to be picked and chosen to actually being in control. And here within the Four of Swords, I do also see that what comes next in April for you is a month of taking time to figure out what you want and also writing lists, like literally in your notes app on your phone. Oh, we have a card that popped out. Having a list of different types of characteristics that you want your partner to have, a list of different parts of their personality that you appreciate and that are non-negotiables. And I see here within the King of Coins that not only do you have the King of Water signs coming towards you, like we spoke about in the King of Cups, but the King of Coins also shows big earth sign energy. So Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, this is a very reliable, kind of practical energy. And the King of Coins is someone who is very much into business, who loves like material things. When you have a King of Coins in their generous energy, this is someone who will give you material gifts, who will give you a lot of their time and their attention and their patience and their love. That's what I see here, group number 1, for your person with the King of Coins. And having this kind of choice, if you will, during the month of April in your love life is definitely something that ups your confidence. So even if you are in a committed relationship, having people want to be with you, want to be around you, that never hurts when it comes to your confidence. That's never something that's bad for you and your ego, because you tend to be a little bit more shy, a little bit more withdrawn, a little bit more humble. So seeing that actually you are attractive and you are wanted, that's definitely something that ups your confidence when it comes to love in April, and you don't feel like you're going to die alone with your cats after all. Next up, we've got the Empress of the Night. So after the storm, I emerge a shiny new star. Remind yourself, group number 1, if you have gone through some really big storms, and I mean heartbreaks, betrayals, struggles with dating, with existing relationships, and not seeing the person that you're with as actually being part of your future, understand here that sometimes going through these things is meant to allow you to emerge as a new person. Sometimes you have to go through these storms so that you emerge as a shiny new star. And of course, it's hard, it's challenging to go through these emotions and these phases in your life, but remind yourself that there's always a reason, and there's always the option for the outcome to be more favorable than it may have seemed at the beginning. I see here within the constellation of Electra, within Pleiades, we have one of the 7 sisters, which is Electra, and Electra has the Awakener, and number 15 of this card, which is all about rising out of the ashes. I rise like the golden sun. Remind yourself that that is exactly what happens once you feel like burned, hurt, or like you are down and out. You will rise out of the ashes, not just like a golden sun, but like a phoenix, like a dragon, like a creature that is untamable to others, but you know precisely why you have become this way. You know, when you've changed from the inside out and people almost complain about why you're not so agreeable anymore, or why you're not just doing things whenever they want you to, why you're not panicky, why you're not allowing for them to control your emotions. Yeah, well, that change was definitely necessary, and often people don't like changes that actually support you and that are healthy for you if that means that they have less control over you. So even bumping into someone who was really controlling as a friend or as an ex-lover in April, and hearing their comments about like, oh, you've changed, you're so different, you won't take it negatively. You'll actually take it as a huge positive, because that means that you're no longer that pushover that they felt like they could do whatever with and whatever to, which is awesome for you, group number 1. So I do feel compelled to cleanse and clear the space. I will then be right back with you so we can delve even more deeply into your reading. So just hold on tight, group number 1, and I will be right back. Welcome back, group number 1. So let's delve a little more deeply into your April love prediction, shall we? I'm using my Wild Muse Oracle deck. You guys, it is completely sold out on Amazon in the US. I do still have some on my website, and I think on Etsy as well. But anyways, you guys, let's get into your reading. So I will select 3 cards for you, and we will see precisely what numbers correspond to these cards and what they're saying about your love life. Let's first start with our card in the center, shall we? Let's reveal. So we've got hope on the horizon. Love, and love being a struggle or something that you felt like you lost hope in, it's coming back. The hope is coming back, group number 1. You no longer feel as though when it comes to your love life, like it's just a struggle bus. There is actually hope on the horizon, and it's coming to you in April in the form of a hopeful date with someone who you can see as a forever partner, in form of actually seeing that there's not scarcity in love. There are a lot of people who you can love, who are perfect for you. Remind yourself there is someone for everyone, and to not fall into this thought pattern of thinking that because you don't have anyone at the moment, or you're lonely, or your partnership just isn't it, like it has to be like that forever. It really, really doesn't. I want to see who gives you hope here during the month of April. All right, so we've got Virgo. Virgo is someone that is going to show you like actually there is a lot more to your love life than meets the eye when it comes to hope. And honestly, like you also need to plan a little bit when it comes to your love life. Like set a certain amount of like times that you actually go out, leave your house, that you go to places where you might meet new people. Set a minimum amount of time that you pamper and take care of yourself so you can feel good about yourself, because often when we feel like we are lacking in love or we're worried about love, once we become a little bit more self-obsessed and you care a bit more about yourself rather than what anyone else is thinking, all of a sudden love becomes like less important. Love becomes less of a, oh my God, this needs to happen, or, oh, I'm going to be so lonely if I don't have a partner. No. Here within prioritize reflection. You're looking in the mirror, quite literally speaking. You are prioritizing yourself. You are looking in the mirror and being a little self-obsessed. So doing face masks, going for facials, going to that dermatologist appointment that you've been putting off for a long time, getting that non-surgical little tweak, that laser treatment, that Botox appointment, that filler appointment. You get what I mean, okay? That thing you've always wanted to do where you look in the mirror and you're like, I think I kind of want to tweak this or change this. I think I would really like to enhance this. And you're doing it for yourself. You're doing it because this is something that will make you feel good. And the more you kind of focus on you, the more you're actually attracting others into your life. And the more you actually don't feel like, oh my goodness, I need someone. Here within Stormy, I want you to understand that April will bring stormy weather, quite literally speaking, to you, group number 1. So wherever you're living, make sure that your plants, things that you have in your garden, on your balcony, that those are secure, all right? Make sure that you put your car in a secure place, not under a tree where a branch may fall off and cause some sort of headache, pain, tears, because you're going to have to pay to get that fixed. So make sure that everything is secure and safe. Also pets, bring them in if you see that the weather is starting to get gloomy and dark and change. Bring all of that in, all right? Protect that from the storm. And then what I do also see is that if you're someone who is on their cycle, April is going to be a month in which your cycle feels heavy, there's a little bit more pain, so already like self-soothe, buy yourself the chocolates, the drinks, the painkillers, whatever it is that you need, the hot water bottle. Get yourself like your movies, your Netflix ready so that you can really like chill, take care of you, and that you don't feel lonely and you don't start thinking in your head like, oh, I wish I had someone to take care of me and everything like that. Of course, that would be nice, group number 1. But we are no victims here in April. We have prepared ourselves for anything, for every stormy weather, so that we don't fall into the energy of desperation, because that is not attractive, group number 1. And we care about us. We care about how we look, how we feel. And we know that when we feel our best, then we will also be our best in a romantic relationship. So group number 1, this is the reading that I received for you. I will extend this reading and put the extended version on to Patreon because you guys have been loving that. I think we have a patron family of like 1,500 of you. I know it's over 1,000. I'm not sure the exact number, but thank you guys all so much for your unwavering support. So I will extend that over there for all of my beautiful subscribers. Thank you so much for being here, for spending this divine time and space with me. Don't forget, I've got literally over 600 tarot reading videos on my channel. Go check those out. A deeper April prediction is coming for you within the next days as well. So you guys know I'm really your big sis and I've got you covered, whether it's about love, your career, the entire calendar year, everything in between. Go on to my channel if you'd like more readings that are more in depth. So group one, thank you so much for joining me. And I can't wait to connect with you during one of my upcoming readings. Hello, group number two, and welcome to your April love reading. You chose the Tarot of Curious Creatures as well as the citrine to help guide you. So this is the beautiful citrine crystal. The citrine is a stone that is said to bring you wealth and abundance and prosperity, which is maybe why you chose it. I just put it up here so we can benefit from its energy throughout your reading. Now I will shuffle and get into your April love prediction. So group number two, just lean back, relax, and enjoy this you time, because these pick a card readings are really like self-care and just a time for you to focus on yourself. So first up, we have got the World, which, by the way, is one of the best cards in the tarot. This is the last card of the major arcana within the tarot, as the tarot has this system where the major arcana goes from the Fool, which is 0, to the World, which is card 21. This is the final card of the major arcana. And it means fulfillment. It means happiness. It means being within this tree pose, within your yoga asana, and thinking to yourself, yes, the world is mine. The world is my oyster. My love life is going amazingly well. I have nothing to complain about. We might as well just end the reading here. Just kidding, group number two. But this is a very positive vibe that we've got for April for you, because they say the first card that you pull is the most impactful one within your reading, and it kind of has this overbearing energy over the rest of your prediction. So receiving the World shows that in April your love life is actually really winning, group number two. Next up, we have the Six of Pentacles. Now, you did choose the Tarot of Curious Creatures, so of course we have all of these very fun depictions of the tarot cards, but what they actually mean, specifically here with the Six of Pentacles, is that you are living in abundance and an overflow of love, so much to the point that you can give to others. And you're giving advice to these little chicks, so to say. So you are like the older hen or chicken, and you're giving advice, time, and love to those younger than you, to those that came before you. Because your love life is going so well, you have so many good tips about how to be in control, how to have a healthy and good and stable love life. You've got so much experience under your belt, and in April you're feeling so great about your love life that you do have the time and energy to help others and to share with them. And that also makes you feel really good about yourself and even better about your love life, because you can see that the odds have turned in your favor. Next, here within Temperance, Spirit wants you to remind yourself that everything happens within reason when it comes to your love life, in a sense of Spirit wants to remind you to enjoy things within reason. So because you're feeling really awesome about your love life, you may sometimes feel tempted to do things that are a little wild or a little crazy, either behind closed doors or just generally within your life. And Spirit is trying to tell you that life is really like an ebb and flow, and that it is important that you do things within reason and within a kind of area that is healthy and that isn't dangerous. So this is especially when it comes to being intimate with another person, any kind of like kinks that you may be exploring, anything that means that you're going to go see another person. Like, don't drive really late at night, not even for love or for romance. Don't put yourself in danger physically or mentally just because things are going so well. Like, don't take extra steps without any precautions just because it seems as though everything is going in your favor, because it is. But at the same time, like, let's not jeopardize that, right? Let's enjoy all of the positives that you've got going for you, rather than, in a sense, like self-sabotage. So the Two of Pentacles card is really about finding the balance between fully enjoying and the adventures of love and going on really fun, amazing dates. And in April, feeling also adventurous with intimacy, with what you share, with being a little bit like flirty in a way that you never had the guts to be before. But then here, the Two of Pentacles is about, finding that balance between being different, fun, flirty, daring, but also remaining on the safe side. Also not forgetting what's really important to you when it comes to your work and your career, your professional life. Because sometimes we can get so enamored and obsessed with love that we forget our careers and we forget the goals that we had in there. But I see that while in the past it may have sometimes been so difficult to maintain that you sacrificed one for the other, you've got this during April, group number 2. You've learned from your past mistakes. The Ten of Cups is actually another one of the most favorable cards in the tarot. I kid you not. Group number 2, you actually couldn't have better cards within your reading. The Ten of Cups is a card of also fulfillment, of family, of having everything that you need, and even like building your own family. Okay, finding a forever partner to build that with, just knowing with certainty that you will have that love story that you've dreamt of, that you will have that partner that gets you, that understands you, that you can raise your little babies with, and that you can be in a fulfilling relationship with, who you can rely on. You even have the little dog here, you've got pets, you're living in the nature, you've got this just very white picket fence kind of wholesome vibe that you've got going on in your love life during the month of April. And I'm so happy for you, group number 2. That is amazing. And we also have this overwhelming theme of green within your reading. Green is a color of actually growth, of nature, of, in a sense, fertility too. And I'm not just saying that because the whole deck is made up of green. It's not. You see, this is not a coincidence. There are a lot of other colors within this deck too, that you could have received, but no, literally almost all of your cards landed on green. And I just want you to know that this is very meaningful when it comes to your love life as well, as it definitely shows us that your love life is filled with fertile soils, fertile grounds for even more happiness, for even more of a love life that you are enjoying and that you feel really grateful for. And I hope that you've enjoyed all of these creatures from the Tarot of Curious Creatures that you chose. I really loved this deck personally. And no, I'm not sponsored to say that. This is not a deck that was sent to me. I actually purchased this deck a long time ago. And I have been enjoying it because I love animals, and I hope you do too. So next up, we've got Asterope from the 7 Star Sisters of the Pleiades constellation, with the card that comes with the master number 33, the Sacred Orchard. Co-create. My abundance mindset attracts endless blessings. This is a mindset that once you attune to it, group number 2, that is why you've got all of these blessings coming towards you, because you have actually tuned into the manifestations the way that you said you would. You have actually created a mindset that attracts endless blessings. You know, when you manifest and you shift your mindset from scarcity to actually manifesting blessings, to actually manifesting the life that you want, by saying to yourself, consciously repeating to yourself that you are deserving of an abundant life, you are deserving of everything that you've ever dreamt of. So here with the master number 33, we've got a master number of creation, of learning, but also of having taught yourself, like, oh, if I really want to, I can manifest whatever it is that I desire. Quite literally, I can have the most abundant life ever. So next, within the Enchanter You wish upon a star and your dreams come true. So this is further confirmation. Ooh, you guys, I'm going to have to rearrange our cards here because you know I am the organized queen when it comes to my tarot setups, when it comes to my cards. I like for everything to be beautiful, to grow from a starting point into to a beautiful layout. You guys know I put a lot of thought into this, so let's make sure everything looks in line. So here, the enchanter, dreaming and dreams coming true. The most powerful way for your dreams to come true, not just in love, but in life in general, is to write them down, even creating vision boards for your dreams. That is a super powerful way for you to make sure that they come true, because they really do, trust me, especially if you keep that vision board somewhere close to you. You look at it every morning, every evening. Oh, let me just tell you, there is no stopping the vision that you've got. Okay, so we've got L and A. Let's see what else that we'll get. We've got L and E as well. Okay, so Lena. So Lena, L, or Leanne, L. Another thing, Elan. And we also have Lane, of course. So having found your lane, I do want to add a few more of these into your reading. Okay, so we have P, E, and Y as well. Yep, you found your lane. Your lane, L. So L, and when it comes to lane and picking which side to go, we've got right and left. Your lane is the left lane. So when you get to pick whether to go right or left, left is your lane. And of course, the universe is giving you supreme confirmation of that here within Yep. So you found your lane here in April. Your lane is happiness. Your lane is having time. Your lane is not being overworked or stressed. No, that is not your lane, group number 2. And here within the diamond, you'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Wow. Group 2, receiving a diamond, receiving a precious gift. Being in a place here in love. Why I'm saying receiving is because you are in the receiving energy. That's what I can see here from your reading, right? We had the manifesting, your dreams coming true, your abundance mindset attracting endless blessings. So being able to accept, quite literally speaking, a diamond or something else that is precious, a money gift as well. Someone spending a lot of money on you in one way, shape, or form. And here in the staff, remember, you will be taken care of in difficult times, and you receive that confirmation in April. April will feel like your guides are really here. April will feel like you are really divinely protected, because of course we all have moments where we may find ourselves feeling doubt, fear, or anxiety about whether we are protected, whether our love lives will ever be okay and how we want them to be. So know that you are divinely taken care of, especially in difficult times. And the Two of Swords shows us that April is not about you making big decisions in your love life. Just enjoy your love life. Just enjoy everything that's going well in your love life, all of the attention that you're receiving. Just enjoy your love life in a sense of whatever serves you, whatever doesn't. And you're just going with what works for you. The Empress reverse also shows us here that no, this is not a month for pregnancy. This is not a month for best family planning or starting a family, so to say. This is a month where you are being called to also just chill, relax, and not overthink that. Especially if you're in a space in your life right now where that has made you think more and overthink, even if you don't want to admit it to yourself, but you've been feeling a little bit of pressure when it comes to your future, family planning, kids, what you're going to do in the long term when it comes to your relationships, and so on. Group number 2, April is a time to be carefree. It's not a time to bother with that. The right answers and approach to that aspect of life, it all will come to you when it's meant to. but that is not the month of April. The month of April is a month of actually like just enjoying and not stressing. So group 2, this is the reading I've received for you so far. I do feel compelled to clear and cleanse the space, and then I'll be right back with you, and we can delve into a few more messages that you are meant to receive about your love life for the month of April. So just hold on tight and I'll be right back. Hello, group number 2. Did you miss me? Now let's delve a little more deeply into your April love reading, shall we? So let's see what Spirit wants to say to you. So I've selected 2 cards for you. I will also just get our little astro dice a little closer and see what else we're going to receive. Okay, so here we actually have Pluto. Let me just zoom in for you. Yes, here we go, Pluto. Pluto, or the Plutoid, is the heavenly body of finances, of shared resources, transformation when it comes to that, also death and so on, but death always means a rebirth, right? Also, the sex subject is here within the Plutoid. Let's see what additional information we're receiving. We've got Aquarius energy. This is very unique, experimental, out there kind of energy that is original, that is independent, rebellious, and super different. Okay, and then here we have the number 10 for you. So group number 2, April is bringing you this mixture of a rebirth type of vibe. It's going to give you a very original feel to your love life. Like April is going to stand out from all of the other months, and something important will be happening on the 10th day of this month. So whenever there is a 10th day, so the 10th of April, the 20th of April, and the 30th of April, something meaningful will take place then. We've also got endless serendipity here, which means endless positive surprises that were super unexpected for your love life during the month of April. Remember how we also had the diamond for you? Remember how we had the fact that you are receiving a precious gift here in April? Yeah, that is definitely part of your endless serendipity, group number 2. Let's not forget about that. And here within confessions, okay, the endless serendipity has to do with someone confessing and professing their love and obsession to you during the month of April, group number 2. So you will have clarity, you will know, and it will give you power and a sense of feeling like you are in complete control and like you are the prize. So my gorgeous souls of group number 2, I will create the extension of this reading and put it onto my Patreon. The Patreon family has been steadily growing. I think we have like 1,500 patrons at this point, which I am so thankful for. And I don't want to make these readings on YouTube too crazy long. Of course, you guys, I'm always going to be creating, publishing, uploading videos here onto YouTube for you guys to consume and derive value from. But I also love that over on Patreon, I can actually talk about things in a very uncensored way, because you guys know that that is an open space where I can also delve into topics that I cannot here on YouTube due to censorship. So group number 2, thank you for being here. The link to my Patreon is below if you want to tune into the extension of this reading and receive many other Patreon exclusive readings over there. So make sure you check it out. And last but not least, group number 2, I'm sending you so much love, and I'll connect with you during one of my upcoming readings. Hello, group number 3, and welcome to your reading about your love life during the month of April. You chose the Shamanic Medicine Oracle cards in connectivity to the Jade Crystal in order to help guide you throughout your love life for the month of April. So the Jade Crystal is a crystal of prosperity, good luck, and good fortune, which is probably just what awaits you for the month of April in love. But let's get into your reading to figure out all of the nitty-gritty little details, shall we, group number 3? I hope that you're just as excited as I am to delve into your April love reading. So, we've got 2 cards to begin with. We've got East as well as the flute. So I want you to know here that in April, what you will feel really drawn towards is Eastern culture, and also people from the East will be drawn towards you. And one thing that will like emerge from April is that actually, yeah, you are broadening your horizon in love. You thought you had a type, you thought you had a specific kind of demographic that you were interested in, but actually in April you're opening your mind to the fact that you're attracted to so many more different types of cultures, versions of people than you thought. And the flute shows me here someone is going to express in an audible way how attracted they are towards you, and they will be from an Eastern background and culture, and they will express this to you in such a sweet, soft, loving, and tender sense that you will feel to yourself, oh my goodness, I've been missing out on all of this love or potential love for all these years because I didn't even think I was attracted to this type of person. So in the flute, I definitely see love being expressed towards you, attraction being expressed towards you, and also finding that it is a very audible expression. So someone using their words and someone also sharing music in order to express how they feel about you. And it's going to be like the start of a new day, like we've got here within East, and it's going to feel like your love life is taking a turn for something completely unexpected and unknown. And as a result here within Fire, you are feeling really passionate, group number 3, and passion means a little bit of naughtiness. It means don't be afraid to do something that is out of the ordinary. Also being passionate in the sense of someone really like lighting your fire, turning you on, making you feel like you want to go there with that person, like you want to be intimate, you want to get to know them on a level that you only usually get to know people that you are in committed relationships with. And group number 3, I just want to remind you of the fact that you are someone who is grown, you're an adult, you can make your own decisions, you're wise, and it is completely okay for you to sometimes also succumb to your own human needs and to sensual tension. That is so fine. Know here within the lodge that what you're going to do is you're going to be discussing a lot with like your friends, your girlfriends, those closest to you, maybe your mom if you're that close to your mother as well. The lodge shows us that you will go into a lodge like a closed society for counsel, for speaking about all of the little intimate details of your love life, sharing, giggling, talking about differences and things that are comparable within your love life and close friends' love lives. So I do see here that some tea is going to be shared. So you're going to drop some interesting experiences that you've had with past like lovers and boyfriends and partners, whoever they identify as, and you're going to be telling your friends and they're going to be like, what? Oh my God, I didn't know you were someone who is so wild, so nasty in a sense, group number 3. And it's going to be a really good laugh, a very intimate moment, and something that stays within the group. But it's going to show that, hey, you're not as innocent as you seem, and you do have a little bit of a side to you that knows how to please, that knows how to appease in love as well. So next up here, we've got the conch shell. Someone will be calling you, someone from your past, a lover that you had in the past, they will call you. So not a text, not a DM, not a letter, but a phone call. And this phone call is going to feel very surreal because you didn't think that you would ever hear from them again. So your love life is going to get this re-emergence of someone that you were once in contact with that you haven't heard from in a really long time. And immediately as you pick up the phone, it's going to feel like you're right back to where you left it off. It's going to feel as though nothing changed with this person. And I see here within the ruby star that you embody your authentic and sensual essence during the month of April. And that is something that makes you really attractive. And that's probably also why, energetically speaking, everything aligned for this person from your past to not only think about you, but to then go as far as to reach out to you, to call you, and to say to you that they want to meet up again. They want to not only know how you're doing, but they want to date. They want to see you. They want to pick things back up where you left it. So do know here within the ruby star, this actually shows that because you're unbothered and focusing on yourself, that is making you really hot and attractive during the month of April. Furthermore, here, we've got the aquamarine star, which is all about expression. So you're expressing your intuition with self-confidence, with love, and you will intuitively decide for yourself here in April. And I'm not judging you, group number 3. This is a judgment-free zone. If you want to go back and hook up with an ex because why not, and you are over them, and it's just for your fun and your benefit, group number 3, please, I'm not going to stop you, okay? So don't let the door hit you on the way out. Like, go do your thing. If you know that you've got it under control and you're not going to be more hurt in the end than anything else, please, you do you. Enjoy your life, enjoy your body, enjoy your sensuality. I see here within unrecognized that the thing is, for so long, you didn't recognize your own needs. You didn't give them validity. You didn't allow them to be seen and to be taken care of. And because you're such a selfless lover as well, when it comes to intimacy and love and being literally in bed with someone, you don't really ask for what you want and what you really like, group number 3. You're the type of person that is more like the pleaser. You're more the type of person who wants the other individual to feel really seen. You want the other individual to feel pleasure. You want them to feel like being with you, being intimate with you is rewarding, but you don't even think about yourself. You often forget that you have needs. You don't ask them to fulfill your needs. You're almost a little shy to even demonstrate what you like or to teach them what you like. And I see here that in April, because you are not so much in a zone of caring what others think before experiencing your own pleasure and your own wants and needs being fulfilled, you're actually reaching a new kind of sense of being attractive because people like to please you. Just like you like to please others, like, remind yourself that is a gift. Like, give it to others as well. Allow others to please you. Give them the gift of pleasing you and feeling like they've done something to make you feel good. Now, here within unconditional, the thing is that you always put conditions on your love life. So when you remove that, when in April your love life becomes a space of unconditional love, unconditional pleasure, and that pleasure being reciprocated and that love also being unconditional towards yourself, everything shifts. The entire energetic frequency and vibration of your love life will be different from April on out, because this is a transformative time within your love life, group number 3. You will no longer be the same person. You will no longer have the same mentality or the same way of even behaving when it comes to romantic love. Now, group number 3, we still have a lot to unpack here. What I will do now is I will cleanse the space, and then I'll be right back so we can delve a little more deeply into your April love reading. So make sure that you hold on tight. You don't need to do anything, and I'll be right back with you to guide you deeper into your psychic prediction. Welcome back, group number 3. So let's delve a little more deeply into it, shall we? So I'm going to pick 2 cards for you, which are going to guide us more deeply into your April love reading. So here we go. These are 2 cards from my Wild Muse Oracle deck, which will be restocking on Amazon shortly, you guys. A lot of you have been asking me about it. It's coming back, don't worry. So we have got the number 20 here. So the 20th of the month, we've got a Gemini. And we've also got the planet Saturn, the planet of authority, of definition, being mature, and so on. So there's something going on here with communication with you and a Gemini, being really mature about what you want, romantically speaking, and basing your connection on that. So we have a very interesting thing going on here for you, group number 3. Then we also have gentleness. So finally finding someone who knows how to honor your gentleness and who knows how to be gentle with you. And this person is, for a change, not an energy vampire. Group 3, if you've ever been with someone where you feel more tired after spending time with them than beforehand, you know they're an energy vampire, especially if this is a romantic partner. But because you have learned to claim your energy and steer clear of these types of individuals, you also have unlocked a new level of gentleness towards yourself. Precisely here in Disconnect, that's what you do. You're disconnecting from everything that doesn't allow you to claim your energy for the use that you intended to go towards. Because when you're not claiming your energy for your own usage, then someone else is dictating where your energy and your focus is going. And we're not doing that, group number 3. And here we've also got love being in the air, which is one of the most favorable cards to show up in a love prediction. Gentle love, kind love, caring love. And I just posted this the other day on my Instagram, and you guys responded to it so heavily. The fact that love is respect, love is gentleness, love is care, love is all of these things that you must have within a connection for it to actually be love and not just lust or someone who is bored trying to spend their time with you. That is not a vibe. That's not what we're doing, group number 3. And I want you to know here that for the month of April, there is a lot of love in the air for you. There is a lot of this romantic tension. And I do want you to know, with gentleness and love is in the air, we've got all of these feathers too. There's a swan here playing in the bedroom with like a feather or something really soft, and blindfolding, kind of playing with the senses. That's what I'm getting here for you. And here within threatened, I want you to know someone is feeling super threatened in April by your newfound presence. Someone is feeling really threatened by you claiming your energy, by you being unavailable to them. You probably have someone in mind, group number 3, and that is also precisely who is feeling threatened. So just know this is your confirmation, and the intuitive nudge that you have is right, but that's none of your concern at this point. There was a time where them feeling threatened would have bothered you, or you would have done something to make them feel less threatened, but that time has come and gone for them, group number 3, and you have moved on to claiming your energy for your own needs. And I'm so happy that things didn't work out with any of the people prior to, because then you would have never had this amazing opportunity in April to discover love from a different viewpoint of someone actually caring, actually being gentle, actually wanting to hear about your feelings and responding to them in a healthy way. And let's be grateful for all of the heartbreaks that meant that you were still able to find the one, and you were still able to experience better love, because better love is out here, trust me, group number 3. So my gorgeous soul of group number 3, we're at the end of your April love prediction, at least the YouTube portion. I will put the extended version of this reading onto the Patreon. So if you're part of the Patreon tribe, which has grown immensely, I think we're at over 1,000 or 1,500 patrons. Thank you so much for that, my beautiful unicorn army. Then make sure that you check it out over there. And you guys know I am still going to be uploading your April horoscope, so look out for that being posted within the next couple days of me publishing this reading. So I hope you found this insightful, group number 3. Thank you for spending this divine time and space with me, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of my upcoming readings. Hello, all of my gorgeous souls of group number 4. So let's get into your April love predictions. Now, you chose the Wandering Star Tarot as well as the Tiger's Eye Crystal to help guide you on the psychic reading journey for the month of April. So this is the Tiger's Eye Crystal. I love this stone because it brings out your natural instincts and allows you to properly read people without having to go through the traumatic experience of putting up with some unnecessary ish, if you know what I mean, group number 4. So let's get into it. First up, we have the Six of Wands, also known as the Sechste Stäbe in German. We've got the owl here, which shows that you're going to be triumphant, as the owl is wearing this little crown. The owl also stands for you having supreme power and wisdom and knowing precisely how to navigate a situation to your advantage. The owl also shows fame, it shows triumph, it shows that you're going to come out as a winner during the month of April. And rather than having these traits within you where you're comparing yourself to others in love, like if someone were to ask you, well, what makes you special or what do you bring to the table? You don't even answer that question because you don't need to. Answering that question would make you like everyone else. Answering to such a question that just shows here within the Ten of Wands that you've already lost when you're answering because you feel the need to justify, you feel the need to prove your worth and your value. You have learned from the past where you tried to please, you tried to show what was so different about you, you tried to prove your worth and your value. No, group number 4, you are not doing that anymore because you've learned that it's just a trap. This is a game. And the thing is, like, you are learning to play the game of love like a pro. Whether you are already in a committed relationship or even a marriage, or you're currently single or in a situationship, the tables are turning and reversing. You are absolutely no longer in a position where you feel powerless and you feel like you're the one chasing. No. You're the one in charge. You're the one who has all of the wisdom needed in order to get the other person to do what you want without using any force and without using manipulation that is beyond what you feel is morally right. You're just using simple seduction techniques that you're learning. Here within the Ace of Swords, I can see that the month of April is bringing a completely new thought process to you. So you're seeing love completely differently. You're seeing how freely love is actually available in a completely different light. Because that's the thing. In the past, you were kind of clingy with some people, or you tried to prove yourself to people because you thought, well, when will I come across such an individual again? When will I find such a great guy again? When will I find such a great person again? Well, you know, they have a job, they're ambitious, they're intelligent, they look good. Oh my God, where am I ever going to find this again? Well, once you change your mindset to the fact that there are 8 billion people on planet Earth, you will find another one, and there are other ones. Sky's the limit for you because you will no longer be in an energy of a desperation or a neediness. And when things switch from being stressed to get into a relationship, to get married, to have kids, oh my God, biological clock is ticking, so on and so forth. Once you shift that to like, everything is abundantly here. If I wanted to get married, I could pick anyone and get married. If I wanted to have kids, not hard to do. The thing is, like, you're looking for the right one. And when you've got that energy of just knowing what you want, here we've got the Four of Wands. You are stable. You've got freedom to do whatever you want because you're independent. Boy, oh boy, how the tables turn when you also truly believe that you've got options and you also truly do not feel like you have to settle for anything that doesn't make you feel good, that doesn't make you feel like this is actually it for me, you know? And often we try to romanticize, and I'm sure you know this, like you've got this vision of someone in your head and it's not actually who they are. It's just who you think that they could be with potential. And once you move away from doing that here, we've got actually the Chariot, which shows us that you are moving very, very quickly in your chariot away from doing that anymore. That's when you move away from destruction. The Ten of Wands is about destruction, having to deal with too much, kind of like burning your own fort, but you're not doing that anymore. You're on a journey to being in control, being in a position of power, knowing precisely how to handle your emotions and love, and not succumbing to this feeling of scarcity or this feeling of time running away from you. Okay, because that's one thing that you had in the past where you constantly felt like this ticking, this will I find again, but what if I need to start from the beginning? Well, group number 4, did you not always level up from the past? Did you not always do better? Did you not always find better? Yeah. So group number 4, I urge you to not feel scarcity anymore. Okay, so this is one thing that is censored here on YouTube, and that's why I've got my Patreon, because there I can speak more freely. Within this oracle card, group number 4, which I will just put out for you here, we can see that you've been through a lot, and when it comes to love, you have had financial, emotional, or physical situations that left you feeling depleted and that were just not right. You know what I mean, group number 4. I don't even need to say it out loud. You guys always get me. You guys always understand what these readings are about. So the thing with that is that you have become so aware of the patterns, of the telltale signs, of the behaviors, the behavioral patterns that go together with such people who act in this way that is so unhealthy to you, that there's no way you will let it happen again. And the thing is, like, you have dealt with people who were so demanding over your time and your energy. And the issue is that you gave it to them. You gave your power away. And once you learn to not give your power away in that form, that is when not only do you take your power back, but you see them for who they truly are. All of a sudden, when they try to forcefully take your time and your energy and suck the power out of you, you just look at them and it's cringy. You kind of, on an internal level, you laugh a little bit, you feel sorry for them, you think to a degree like, who the F does this person think that they are? Did I really allow this to happen to me in the past? Like, you just are different, group number 4. You just see things from such a different viewpoint, and it changes you from the inside out for the better when you gain some distance. Next up, we have the Aquamarine Star for you, which is a card of expression. This is a card that shows that you express your intuition with self-confidence and love. But you're not giving away everything and all of your thoughts. That's the thing. You're not doing that anymore. In the past, you would have gone and went on a big tangent or like venting session to who you were seeing, to a boyfriend, a lover, a situationship, whoever that person is, and you would have like told them everything. But now you know better. There are certain parts of you that you keep to yourself because you understand that romantic love, no matter how in love you are with a person, and I know a lot of you who are not yet there, who haven't experienced the heartbreak, the cycles of love yet, you may still think that you will be with someone and they will be your best friend, your everything, and you will tell them every little story and every little detail. But those of you who are more mature, who are wiser, who have experienced relationships, long and short-term ones, serious and situationships, those of you who are experienced, you know that there's always a little part of you that you need to keep to yourself. And I never got this, group number 4. I was also once the type of person who thought, no, like my person, my husband, I'm going to tell him everything. He's going to be my best friend. Like, I'm always going to vent to him and tell him all of my secrets and everything about me. I need to be like an open book. And I had very wise women in my life, older women, women who are more than twice my age, who have been married, who have been divorced, who have been able to be with their dream husbands, who have lost their dream husbands. They told me that there's always a little part of yourself that you have to keep to yourself, always a little part of yourself that you have to protect, that isn't for him to see. And I didn't believe it until I learned a lot of lessons in a really hard way, that I came to the point that, yeah, you don't have to put all of your dirty laundry and everything out there. It's actually probably going to come back to haunt you, and it's not natural for somebody to be everything, to be your best friend, your therapist, your lover, your person. So know here within, I am an embodiment of the divine feminine. Being the divine feminine also means being a little bit mysterious. Also having some parts of you that are not just simply unveiled immediately. Having parts of you that you allow for someone else to slowly discover, that you allow for someone to kind of get to know as time passes by. But again, you will keep some things to yourself always. Some things are not meant for someone to ever find out, whether they are your husband or your boyfriend. It is for you, your therapist, maybe your girlfriends, but you are keeping that mysterious part of yourself. Now, here within the universal midwife, we've got birth. I birth fruitful and sacred assignments. I want you to know that for April, birth is something you're thinking about and you're seeing on social media as well. It feels like a lot of people are pregnant, a lot of people are giving birth. Baby topics are popping up as well, is what I meant to say. And what this also shows is someone close to you becoming a mother, someone close to you giving birth. And one thing that I want you to know here in the universal midwife is that when we've got this kind of birth energy, it is also about understanding that birth is something so sacred. It's such a sacred assignment that I think in many ways is not honored a lot in this day and age, you know, with people having to work 9 months pregnant, with people not getting the time off that they need to recuperate and rest afterwards. So here within the Jade Star, it's about surrendering. Let go with self-compassion. Let go if you always thought, oh, you're going to be that person that snaps back, or if you feel pressure when it comes to birth, children, and how are you going to be able to work and do everything all at once? Can we just let go with self-compassion of feeling the need to always be so masculine in something that should be so sacredly feminine? Like, why are we worried about performing when we are growing another human being within us? Like, why are we worried about whether we're going to look lazy? Like, it is not possible for you to be in the process of becoming a mother and be lazy or not performing. And I truly want us to break out of this pattern and this cycle and this thought process because it's toxic and it's not cool. I think it is definitely something that in our modern society, we should be rethinking and ask ourselves why we are doing this when it comes to birth, motherhood, and combining that with the stresses of careers. It is something that I feel like is not necessary, but was created to keep women weak. So what we will do now is you will actually just relax and lean back and continue to enjoy your reading. And what I will do is I will clear and cleanse the space, and then I'll be right back so we can delve a little more deeply into your April love life prediction. So group number 4, just hold on tight and I'll be right back. All right, my beautiful souls of group number 4, let's move a little further into your April love predictions, shall we? Let's see what Spirit has to say as we use some of these letters to... Okay, so we've got M, U, X, and E. That's really interesting. I love using letters because it's just so much clearer. Oh, okay. So here... we also have more. What I'm immediately getting here is 2 in French, deux. And then we have ECM, some. Let's see what we can add over here for you, group number 4. Okay, so we have TR as well as U. All right. So I'm getting true CM2, true CM2, centimeters 2. This is an interesting combo. I can't wait for us to get further into your reading to see precisely what Spirit is trying to say to us about your love life in April. Let's see what is true. we've got the weeping willow. So what is true is that when it comes to love, you will have to deal with family sorrow. Someone that you deeply love is going through family sorrow. That is true. So if you're dating someone, if you're seeing someone, they are going to be experiencing something that is really not easy. But the staff shows us that they will be taken care of in these difficult times, not just by you, but also by spirit, by the God, by what it is that they believe in, the greater force that they believe in. So let's see with cm, centimeter. I know a lot of you also use inches. What's going on there? Okay, so we've got a cat, two-faced friend in centimeters in close proximity. So I want you to know that while you and your lover and your love life are protected, even though there is some family sorrow, there will also be a two-faced friend that reveals themselves that was in close proximity. And as you would have needed them in this time of sorrow, you're realizing that they're not actually the type of person that they kind of made themselves out to be. Let's see what we've got two of. Two doors, two opportunities waiting for you in love during the month of April, group number 4. And then we also have two kangaroos. So 2 times the need to plan ahead, 2 times the need here in the kangaroo to make sure that you have a plan B, okay? That you don't give your all to these romantic opportunities that are here, that even though you're there for someone who is going through a lot when it comes to family sorrow, that you're not 100% just giving yourself to them, that you are still planning ahead for, okay, if this doesn't work out, that you don't get too emotionally involved in someone else's family sorrow. And then what I also see here with 2 times V for victory. Victory in your endeavor of love, victory in your endeavor of making sure you plan ahead. So for one, of course, you will be a good partner, a good spouse, a good person, and be there for someone who really needs you while uncovering a two-faced trend. But then at the same time, you also know you've got options. You also know there are more opportunities, and you know better than to get too involved in someone's life who is not a spouse, who is not yet a forever partner, and with whom you are still figuring out whether you want to continue to do this whole thing called life with. Let's see what else we've got for you, group number 4, within your reading. All right, we've got know your worth as well as the journey. It really is a journey to knowing your worth to this degree, group number 4, but you're kind of mastering this journey. You are growing your self-worth on this journey, and you've come so far. I see that in April. The thing is that you are so in a space of valuing yourself finally, that knowing your worth, it just comes naturally. It's not something that you have to prove to anyone. It's not something that you have to scream from the top of a mountain. And that is precisely what shows here, that you know your worth. You've gone from that journey of having to state it to just embodying that energy, which I'm so proud of you for, group number 4. And just think about how you were a year ago, what you allowed in your love life, what you were okay with, what you just accepted, and where you are now. And remind yourself that that was just a year ago. Imagine the strides forward you're going to make this year, next year, in the upcoming weeks and months. So group number 4, this is the YouTube portion of this reading that I have prepared for you, and I hope that you've enjoyed it. Now I want to move into the uncensored part of your April love life prediction. So if you would like to access that, then scroll down into the description box and join the patron fam. The Unicorn Army has, I think at this point, 1,500 unicorns within the patron family, which I'm so thankful for, because there are just some uncensored things that I am able to put out over there that I can't put on YouTube. So if you're interested in that, make sure that you head on over to my Patreon. And you guys, of course, we will have your April horoscopes here on YouTube ready within the next couple days as well. So look out for that. You guys know I always put a lot of time, energy, and effort into my YouTube predictions. That is never going to stop. But I also wanted to be able to provide a little something extra and more intimate for a smaller group that is more precise and where I can really speak freely. Hence why we've got the Patreon as well. So, group number 4, thank you for being here and for spending this divine time and space with me. And I'll either catch you over in the patron only version of this reading, the extended version, or in my next prediction right here on YouTube.